Hello there everyone, this is Lilith and welcome back to another one of my videos for Altenew. I love watercoloring and love using this on my layouts, but sometimes I don't have a lot of time to do intricate watercoloring. So join me today as I show you a really fun, colorful technique to use with your watercolors. Sit back and enjoy. Today I'll be using a really fun, beautiful stamp set from Altenew, which is from the Build a Flower collection. It's called Fashion Monger Dahlia stamp set. I'll just be using the outlines for this, so an outline leaf and an outline of the flower. And I'm just inking this up with some embossing ink. So this embossing ink is very sticky and it will enable the embossing powder to stick to it. Now I'm using a watercolor paper and it's really hard to see where I have stamped. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp and then emboss, and then once I have heat set that, I can see where I've previously stamped, and then I can add further stamped images. You could also stamp using a pigment ink or and then emboss with some gold powder, whatever you like to use. I think this technique would work really well with a gold embossing powder too. So here I'm just going to stamp onto my watercolor paper. I am using my very large MISTI tool, which will help me stamp onto pages that are up to 12 by 12, but you could also just hand stamp this as well. So I'm going to continue doing this and then heat set the embossing powder, and then I can start adding my watercolors. This is my favorite part of the technique. First of all, I spritz the paper with a little bit of water. This will just ensure that the paint moves around the page really easily. I'm using 4 colors: lime, moss, turquoise and dusk, and these are the Altenew watercolor brush markers, but you could use watercolors from a watercolor pan set. Once I've added all my colors, I'm going to start mixing them together with a normal paintbrush and some water. You can use any colors you like, but do pick colors that mix nicely together. Reds and purples work really nice together as well. Oranges or yellows and reds are really great too. What I love about this technique is that you never know how it's going to turn out, and you can always add more color along the way or blend it out a little bit more with water as well. What are your favorite techniques for watercolors? I'd love to know. Please pop it in the comment section. So now that I'm happy with the colors, I'm just going to heat set this a little bit with my heat gun and then just leave it to one side to dry, and I can start working on the other elements of my layout. The main focus is on the lovely colors in the background, but I do want to create some dimensional elements that will draw the eye towards the photo. So I cut out a couple of leaves using the Decorative Swirls and Leaf die set, and I'm also going to cut out a couple of flowers and leaf images from this pattern paper from the Enjoy the Ride collection. So I'm just doing this using my scissors. So I do like fussy cutting. It's another one of those things which I find really relaxing, and I do like using large pattern papers with lovely patterns and just cutting them out with my scissors. So I'm going to just trim my photo a little bit and then trim down my piece of colored cardstock, because this is a 9 by 12 inch sheet, so I just made it an 8.5 by 11. Now I'm going to play around with all my dimensional elements, and once I'm happy with that, I can add a title. I'll be using the word happy from one of the words die sets. And then I'll add a little bit of hand journaling. So as you can see, the layout itself is very simple. There are not many elements on it, and I really wanted the colors to shine on this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any comments or questions, just pop them in the comment section. And for more information on all the supplies used and for more photos, please visit the Altenew Mixed Media blog. I hope you have a lovely day, stay safe, and see you very soon with more inspiration from Altenew. Bye-bye.
Hello crafters, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching!